there, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by with Love Mom on today. Today, yes, I'm outside, so I apologize if there's a little bit of a glare. They're doing some work in the front of my house, so I'm having to find different spots to do some videos. So anyway, that you don't care about that stuff anyway. So anyway, today we are going to do fish tacos. If you love fish, you should try them in a taco. It's really, really good. But these are swordfish tacos. So we're going to do some swordfish tacos. And yes, I said swordfish. And swordfish, you know, when you think of it, you think, oh my God, that's expensive. Trust me, my husband's allergic to fish. So when I decide to indulge in things like swordfish, I'm only cooking enough for me. It's about 3 swordfish steaks in a pound, sometimes 4 depending on how big they are. So I spent about $3 on one steak because I was just cooking enough for me, and it made like 4 tacos. So, so I'm winning, right? So therefore, I promise you, you're going to love this recipe. And swordfish is a very light fish, and it soaks up flavors really, really well. So let's stay tuned and see what's cooking in the kitchen. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to get started with our tacos, but first we need to season our swordfish. What I've done is taken the swordfish and cutting that back skin off, and then just cut it into cubes here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pinches of sea salt, and you know I don't mind the sea salt, just 1 or 2 pinches will do. It doesn't take a lot. We're going to do 2 pinches of sea salt. And then we're going to do a couple of shakes of onion powder, roughly about a teaspoon. We're going to do about a teaspoon of coriander. It's going to be good. And we're going to do a teaspoon and a half of chili lime seasoning. Oop, didn't mean to pour that much, but yeah, that's it. And because we're putting the chili lime seasoning in it, you don't need pepper. We're going to just take our hands and mix that around really well. Then what we're going to do is just dust it with a little bit of breadcrumb so that when we saute it in the pan, it gets a little bit crispy. Alrighty, here's our breadcrumb. We're just going to use a little bit, about a tablespoon. That's all you need. And this is the garlic herb breadcrumbs. Buy it at the store. Just toss it around, and then that way when we saute it in our pan, it'll give it that little bit of crispiness. All right. Okay, loves, we got just a little bit of coconut oil in the bottom of the pan. You're not frying these, you're kind of just searing them a little bit. So you want that oil to get good and hot. And then we're going to drop this in. And there you go. See how it's already hot, so it's sizzling. I got my fire on medium high. It doesn't take swordfish very long. You don't want it to be tough, so you want to be sure that you are just crisping it really well. Of course, you want it to be cooked, but you don't want it to be tough. So that's why you want it on medium high and not high, because like I said, it doesn't take swordfish very long at all. And see how it's already crisp on both sides? It's just a couple of seconds and I had to just turn it over. I'm going to put the rest of these in, because after you get them nice and brown, or just a little crisp on each side, you're going to just toss them around in the oil for just a couple of minutes so that you can make sure that they're cooked through. And like I said, it doesn't take very much. This is like 4 tablespoons of coconut oil in the bottom of this. It's not very much at all. One of these days I'll leave oil alone completely, but some oils are not too bad for you. Like coconut oil is not bad for you. Avocado oil is not bad for you. Jesus, stop all that talking, lady. Just cook. Okay, so I'm going to cut the fire down to medium because we got it going crisp, nice and crisp. Okay, and all I'm doing is moving it around so that I can make sure that it has cooked through. Okay, make sure the fish is cooked through, and it is. So now, what you're gonna do, I have a bowl that I have sitting to the side right here. You're gonna put a paper towel in it so it can soak any excess oil off of the fish. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. It smells absolutely delicious. Looks good. Okay, so I'm taking it, I'm just putting it in this bowl so that it can drain off any excess oil. And again, guys, it's just coconut oil in the bottom. I put like 4 tablespoons of it, not very much at all. And you notice how I didn't just drown it. I just put just enough to cook it the way I want it to cook. Okay, now I'm going to use the same oil and I'm going to saute my onions. Because see, it has the flavor of the swordfish, so I wanted to pick up some of that flavor. I'm using my onions and my bell peppers. Both are red and green. Mix that around in there. Let it get soft and translucent. And see how it was already hot, so it's not taking it long at all. And I'm going to do the same thing with this that I did with the fish. I'm going to lay it on a plate that's covered with some paper towel, so if there's any excess oil, it'll drain it off. It shouldn't be much, but just to be safe. That's just lovely. Look at that. It looks so good. Now I'm going to slide that over to the side and add my shredded cabbage. Now some people do like a coleslaw in their swordfish tacos or in any tacos for that matter. I'm not a big fan of coleslaw. I don't know what it is about it all mixed together, but I like the cabbage part. So what I'll do is mix my cabbage in with my sauteed veggies, my onions and bell peppers, and that'll kind of be my slaw of sorts. Weird, isn't it? I know I'm a weirdo. Okay, and see, and I don't want my cabbage too soft. I just want it just wilted enough because I want that crunch. Alright. And look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. And it smells heavenly. And I'm just going to put a little bit of coriander seasoning. A little bit of coriander in there. Just because I just want to give it a little extra oomph. And I don't need anything else because we already seasoned the fish. But just a little coriander. Coriander seems to bring out the flavor. Alright, so we're going to take this off the fire, put it on a paper towel so it can drain out any excess oil or moisture, and then we are going to build us some tacos. Alrighty, so we're almost done here with our tacos. I'm just going to build one on camera and then we're going to finish them off, and you're going to love them. First, you're going to start with your tortilla. You can use hard taco shells. I prefer myself. I prefer soft, but you can use the hard ones with this. What you're going to do is put you some mixed greens at the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to put your sauteed onions and bell peppers and cabbage on top of the mixed greens. And then you're going to put your fish on top. However much you want per taco is completely and totally up to you. Now, what I like to top mine with is some lime juice and I usually top it with a little cilantro, some lime squeeze a little lime on it. And you can use salsa, you can use, whatever you want to use, hot sauce, all that kind of stuff. But I found this shiitake mushroom dressing. Let me show you. Ginger, and they sell it at Sprouts, and it is heavenly on top of this fish. It's good on a salad, but it tastes really good on top of this swordfish. So that's what I'm gonna top mine with. Excuse me. So we're gonna finish building these tacos. I'm gonna finish building these tacos, and then we're gonna be all done. Darlings, there we have it. We have made us some wonderful swordfish tacos. They look, smell, and taste absolutely wonderful. And again, you don't have to spend much money. You can do like I did. I caught it on sale. It was like $7 a pound, and I only bought one because I was just cooking for me. You don't always need a whole pound of something to feed everybody. If you got a lot of people, of course, you're gonna need about 4 steaks. 4 swordfish steaks if you're feeding like more than 6 or 7 people. So, but if you're only feeding 1 or even 2, you really only need 2 steaks if you're feeding 2 or 1. Because for 1 steak, I got 4 tacos out of that 1 swordfish steak, and I only ate 2 of them right away. I had to share the other 2 because, 2, I'm good. So, anyway, I really hope that you take the time and give this recipe a try. The flavor is phenomenal. You will not be disappointed. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because guess what? I love having new family, and we're all family here, right? And then share this video with someone that you think may be looking for some new recipes or some new things to do and new things to try. And tell them about our channel, little old channel over here, and that we're doing wonderful things with food around. So we're gonna like it, we're gonna subscribe, and we're gonna share it with someone that might want to try something different. I thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and allowing me into your life for a few minutes of the day. I know I say that all the time, but I am so grateful. You have no idea. So I thank you for that. I love you, love you, love you. God bless you, and have a good one. Thank you.